because of YouTube and because of my malleable sensibilities, I, for a short period of time, was a 9/11 truther.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You got down the rabbit hole. How did it happen? What was the thing that sucked you in?
I think the thing that has always, for a while, I was very interested in 9/11 because the way that I learned about it was I happened to, because obviously the timing that it happened, I learned about it in the hallways in high school, and then the two or so teachers that I had in class during when this was all happening refused to show it during class. So I didn't know what happened until it was done.
Wow.
And so I think I had this fascination with seeing it happen live and just trying to watch it end to end, being okay, this is what happened. I kind of have a little bit of closure on my end because it's this affected everyone in different ways, but I didn't have that shared experience with everyone. So I think I was a little bit lacking there. And then probably around 2005 or so, I stumbled across a little video called Loose Change, and just started sowing doubt in my mind about what really caused this incredibly orchestrated attack. And we won't get into it fully, but for a while I was just oh man, I think this was an inside job. But go ahead.
How did you get pulled out?
I think I just for a while there, I didn't think about. I think this is what made me think about it recently. I thought about a friend of mine I had in high school and college, and I was like, man, why did I not stop talking to those people or that group of friends? And I think it was because I hinted that this is what I believed. And I think that's why they didn't talk to me anymore. It came to me recently. I was like, holy shit, maybe that's why I didn't. And it wasn't a long period. It was maybe a couple months. And I wasn't that brazen about it either. It was just I might have just IM'd a friend asking about it. And his was just yeah, it was a national tragedy. It happened. It's right there. And I was just but man, what if it was an inside job? And I think what brought me out was getting in with our group of friends that we have now, just having other things to care about. I didn't ever fully immerse myself in it, where it was guys, I need to tell everyone. I need to make sure the whole world knows this. I got to spread this. I got to like this. I got to share this on the Facebook, because Facebook was pretty infantile back then. Well, it is now, but you know what I mean. Pretty
yeah, it's more than ever.
Yeah, but it was it was in its infancy, where it was just you couldn't really use it the way you do to disseminate knowledge. It was more just oh man, is that person in a relationship? They are. Oh crap, I'm not going to friend them. But having a group of friends that I think that you trust, that you get in with, and that you makes you feel more comfortable about yourself. I think you're not looking for that kind of closure elsewhere, or that. Yeah. Filling that void. And it was, I think I went from it wasn't super intense people now are, but it was still something I thought I believed in. And then I think I went from that to just caring about something else and then just not thinking about it. And then I think I just got wiser and just being this isn't a rabbit hole I really want to explore very much further. Accept it for how it was presented in real time, and
it's funny.
Move on with my day.
It's basically the way you described you going through the 9/11 truther, that going through that whole pattern. You basically described my fandom of the X-Files, where I started. I was I don't know. And then I was maybe, and I got into them deeper and deeper and deeper. And I was alive for the peak of the X-Files. This is when X-Files was out on Friday night, baby. And I was watching them. I was loving them. I was scared, and I was happy, and I was invested. And then, it just kind of got too big. It got bloated. And then I just kind of eventually was I don't know if it was as good as I thought. And I just let it go. and let it die. And that's basically what happened to you.
I was in the same way. I was in the same way with the fandom of Dragon Ball Z. I would go on and I'd look at people, and people would say like, oh, well, Vegeta's power level was 9,000 here, but then went up to 11,000. And then they were trying to count, once they stopped using the power level meters, they were trying to calculate the power levels of like Super Saiyan 2 Goku and, really getting into it. We're talking, and for anyone that's not aware of Dragon Ball Z, aside from the fact that everyone looks like they're on fire and they're constipated, basically the power creeps along, so everyone's consistently more and more powerful forever. And it's still going, and it's great. But when you try to bring logic into it,
the premise hasn't changed at all.
The premise has not changed one bit. But anyway, so yes, I have gotten in that same boat of trying, when people become hardcore fans of something, they try to justify it. Here's what they do. They justify everything that happens, and then they will simultaneously diarrhea over everything that happens. It's like the yin and the yang of the super fan.
Well, I would say that's the same thing about like conspiracy theories too, right? Where it's like these guys are like questioning everything. They're like, well, what about this? Huh? And about this? Huh? And it's like they question everything, and that's the right way to do things, but they don't question their own wild belief. They don't have any like reverse. They don't have a mirror to look into and be like, well, what about your crazy nonsense? Why aren't you giving that the same critical eye? But everything else gets a critical eye, but that. That's and you're totally right. You're the anime fandom. That's exactly what conspiracy theories are now. It's just instead of being like, no, Goku's the strongest, people are like, no, America's a corporation. And it's the exact same garbage. It's just like one's made up and is a cartoon, and the other's made up and Karen believes it.
I think it's just that those Pokemon trainers and those they've all grown up into people with jobs, so it just goes with them. And then there's probably something going on right now in high school that we don't know about. That they're just. Let's get on the message board now, guys. Let's do some recon. Let's find out what are the kids conspiracy theorying about, and figure out how we can get those people to buy our records. That's what we should do.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah, marketing,
young adult
marketing,
fiction.
Okay, well here's
a new book.
All right. I do have finger on the pulse of the people. Conspiracy theories, they are hot right now. So if we can get on the right conspiracy theory and exploit those people, they're already being exploited, right? They already believe garbage. Why wouldn't they listen to garbage? Do you see what I'm saying? There's an opportunity here.
Pat, I'm on the message boards right now. Okay, the kids these days, they're reading Sue Grafton. That's weird. All right, there it is, guys. Sue Grafton.
T is for teen.
A is for angst.
So yeah, I just think that's a good group to exploit.
Were you saying what if Percy Jackson did a 9/11?
Well, the funniest thing we've said all night.
We're not cutting that out, but no, I thought that's what you were saying as I stepped in. I'm like, oh God, I gotta go back to that.
What's the most?
Don't highlight it. No.
What's the most palatable of the conspiracy theories? I gotta think it's flat Earth, right? That's got to be the most palatable, least offensive, right?
Yeah.
Like nobody.
I think we're just
nobody from flat Earth done anything but kill themselves. That's what I'm saying.
I think we're just gonna probably some of those comic guys, because like Heaven's Gate, that's getting some new traction because there's a new documentary out. But you guys remember Heaven's Gate, right?
Wait a minute, are there Heaven's Gate? Are there people that think that they made it?
Oh no,
Heaven's Gate in 9/11?
No, I mean themselves were like conspiracy theorists, and the fact that the sense that they were doing what they were doing because they believed that they were going to be, saved or whatever. I don't know. Xenu was going to get them. I don't know what they're doing. Probably Scientology is probably the biggest conspiracy theory, right?
But, cults. Yeah, cults.
It's a cult. Yeah, most cults. There's a there's a wealth of things here that we could talk about with conspiracy theories. Should we go down the rabbit hole, guys? Peel,
Well, I don't
peel.
think we need.
Stop peeling.
Let's peel this rabbit holes, layers like an onion, full of holes. An onion
you've
with
been
cheese.
Pat, you've been down a rabbit hole before. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've been down. Most of them are conspiracy theories having to do with the world of Warhammer.
Not a real rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah.
That a hole in the ground that rabbit's going to. Lots of layers.
There's layers. There's holes. There's, you got to do your own research when you fall down a rabbit hole, and that's what's important, guys. So you got to do your own research here. And the ice walls are there for a reason. All right. I believe in flat Earth, but I don't think we should be expanding beyond the territories that they've given to us. Okay. So I'll just tell people I'm not only flat Earth, I'm also a flat mooner. Yeah, have you guys ever considered that the moon only faces one side? We only see one side of the moon. Why is that? Two-dimensional object. Just hanging out, looking right at us. We only see one side. So,
we never see Neil Armstrong go to the other side.
That's right.
What are the odds? Yeah. If the Earth wasn't flat, what happened to Amelia Earhart? Think about it.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think, Nate?
I think
you big on conspiracy theories?
I think we've got it.
You got it?
I think we've got it.
All right. Well, that's good to hear, because I'm glad that the whole world can know my previous self, and I'm embarrassed. But you know what? It's all in the name of making hits, and I think we got one. I have too many hits about conspiracy theories. The Day the Music Died, American Pie. That's a conspiracy theory, right?
Yeah.
Sure. That's about the only one I can think of, though.
Yeah, they all got in that plane, and then the FBI took them down for a reason. They were, they were sparking a revolution, man. People were singing, playing rock and roll. People were moving their hips all of a sudden. There's too many hits out there. This was a hit conspiracy, right? The Day the Music Died, right? Biggest conspiracy out there, boys.
Yeah. I hear music every day. I don't know what they're talking about the day the music died. Call me old-fashioned, but music is still alive in my heart.
Too many hits for one plane. Took it right down.
Speaking of hits, let's take a break, and I think Nate will come back with a fully fleshed out hit. What do you say, Nate?
I think we're ready for it.
All right. Well, we'll come back after this.